Southside Kids Ministry. We are so excited that you joined our team, and we're excited for our upcoming first Sunday back on June 6th. First of all, this is the Policies and Procedures manual that got emailed to you last week. If you haven't had a chance to sit down and review those yet, I would ask that you please do so prior to Sunday, June 6th. Especially right now for the summer until our kids are able to be vaccinated. We do have some different sort of protocols for the summer as far as spacing and that kind of thing. So if you could please familiarize yourself with that, and those will just be in effect until kids who are wanting to be vaccinated are able to. So let's dig right in. I'm not going to go over all the details, and just make sure that you look at that before Sunday. Each classroom is set up in largely the same way so that no matter which classroom you're in, if you're subbing, you can come in and know where to find things real quickly. So when you open up your drawer, you'll notice the very first top drawer is the current quarter curriculum. This is where you'll always find your current quarter curriculum. And each room has a booklet that looks like this. And this is the scope and sequence and a lot of details that provide different resources for you for each lesson. So when you open up the book, you'll notice in the contents, this is your scope and sequence. This is what lesson you'll be covering each week. And for some of you, this is all you're going to want to look at. You're going to want to look at what the lesson is, and then you're going to want to use your own creativity and your own ideas, and that is great. So some of you may be in that category. Now, some of you may say, well, I need a little bit more guidance than that. So what you'll do is you'll look and you'll find, we are on the first lesson, and that's page 6. So then you turn over to page 6. On that page, it gives you a leader Bible study that you can read over. And then it also goes over a shortened lesson that you can read to your children in your classroom. Now, after that, it gives page after page of different ideas that you can do, different activities that you can do with your kids. You can pick and choose. You would not have time to do all of them. You would pick and choose what you wanted to do. And some of you, that may be where you want to be. Now, some of you may say, you know what, I'm really busy. I really need things a lot more ready to go. I just want to walk in and be able to teach. And so if you're in that third category, you need to email me and you need to say, I would like a ready, set, teach box. And if you request a ready, set, teach box, I make all the copies for you. I give you an outline how much time you should spend on each activity, and provide the materials for each activity that I have come up for you for you. So if you would like a ready, set, teach box, you do need to let me know prior to June 6th. If you could let me know by the Wednesday before June 6th, that would be very good. That way I have plenty of time to get all your materials together for you. And so when you walk in the classroom, you'll find your ready, set, teach box just right on top of your cart, and you'll be ready to go. If you are choosing from the activities listed in the book, you will find a folder for each lesson. And inside the folder, you will find all of the pages that they reference for using pictures and different activities that you can do with them. Those are all located in these folders. Now, beneath the curriculum drawer, you will find your supplies that you need for class. You'll find a teacher supply drawer that has staplers and dry erase markers, teacher scissors, that kind of thing, also Band-Aids. And then beneath that, you'll find the supplies that you'll use with kids: scissors, markers, crayons, glue sticks, all the things like that. Now, these are the consumable materials. If you are looking for other materials, you will find those in the teacher workroom, and we will go there in just a moment. This is where all the consumables are located. If you are looking for particular items that you probably wouldn't use from week to week, those can be found across the hall in our new children's ministry multi-purpose room. And I'll head over with you there in just a moment. So if there are some special supplies you're looking for, those can be found there. Then on the left-hand side of each cart, you're gonna find Bibles. You're gonna find other books that you might read with your students if you have extra time. There's age-appropriate activities. So some of the rooms may have puzzles or games, Play-Doh. Depending on your age level, you'll find different age-appropriate supplies. But there's supplies you probably don't want to keep out all the time, not accessible to kids all the time, so they are in the teacher cart. And then you'll also find Kleenex and sanitizer, that sort of thing in your teacher carts as well. So that is an overview of your teacher cart, and we're gonna head on over to your board by the door next, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about that. All right, so we've moved over next to the door in your room. So each classroom is gonna be set up the same way. You're gonna find a board that looks like this right next to your door. On this little ring, you're gonna find some really important information. This is located in your policies and procedures as well. What to do in case of an emergency. It talks about where to go in case of a severe storm, intruder, or fire. You'll also find a map of your fire escape. And then you'll find these. So anytime there is an injury in your policies and procedures, it does talk about the need to document that. So if you do have an injury in class, this is where you'll find there are several copies in here. So take one out, fill it out, make sure you give it to the parent as well as to myself or the minister in charge that morning so that we have that on file. So that's some important stuff you'll find next to your door. Next to that, we see each of you will have an attendance sheet. And so it is important to take attendance each week so that you know how many students you have. And that way, in case of an emergency, if we have to file out and leave the building for any reason, like a fire, we know how many kids to look for and make sure we have them all. And finally, up on the corner, you'll find an item request form. And so if you're running low on any of your consumable materials in your room, such as crayons, markers, scissors, anything like that, fill that out for me and let me know, and I can get that supply for you. In the multi-purpose room that we're about to head to next, you will find this little basket and it says item request. You'll put that form in here for me so that I can get it to you. And notice that it does ask for your room number, so I know where to deliver that supply to. That'll help me out a lot, knowing what needs that we have and getting those filled in a timely manner. So that's the basic setup of each classroom. Nursery rooms, you're a little bit different in exactly what you'll find in your cart, but I think it's self-explanatory. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But like I said, we did try to set up each classroom in a very similar manner to make it as easy as possible for you. So let's head on over across the hall now to our children's multi-purpose room. All right, well, welcome to my most favorite room upstairs. It turned out fabulous, and I'm excited to show it to you today. So this is our children's ministry multi-purpose room. So we share this space with children's worship, but it serves as a great space for us to store our children's ministry items that we don't use every Sunday. So back behind me, you'll notice we've got great cabinets that we can store all of those great supplies in. Each cabinet is labeled and each drawer is labeled. If it doesn't have a label on it, it means I don't have anything in there yet. And the great news is that we have so much storage space that we have some room to add and grow. And so I'm really excited about that. So look for the labels, and if you don't see a label with something that you need, remember that item request sheet. There's some in here as well, and remember this is where you turn them in. You look for this tray, and it's on the counter right back behind me. So if you see something in here that you need for a special project, fill it out and let me know. Now, if you are wanting me to get it, I will need to know, at least a week in advance. So if you're looking ahead to do a craft that you know you're gonna need something for, make sure that you check to see if we have it in here first. If not, make sure you fill it out a week in advance for me. And also, you will notice that there is a printer back behind me. This printer is for single color copies, or if you're making some black and white copies, you can print a few of them. If you're doing a large colored print job, I would still request that you do that downstairs, and I can give you the code for the color copy machine downstairs. So this one is not a great one if you're wanting to do bulk color, but for one single color copy, it works great. And so that is available to you. And on the other side of that, you'll notice we have a Cricut cutting machine. So if you're wanting to cut out some letters or some shapes, you can do that. And if you need help with that, learning how to use that, I'm happy to help you. Just let me know. And then on the other side of that, we don't have a large laminating machine, but we do have a laminating machine that is large enough to laminate 12 by 18 sheets and also 8.5 by 11. So most of our needs are taken care of. If you have a larger item that needs to be laminated, you will get that to me and I can get that laminated for you. And so just let me know if you have laminating needs and I can help you take care of those. There is also a really cool table in here that's called a maker table, and this is a great space where you can use our paper cutting device and spread out any materials that you need to work on. And so this is great space that we have. I hope you'll be able to use it and find everything you need, and like I said, if you can't, just let me know and I'm happy to help. All right, and this is the last stop on our little virtual training tour. This is the other side of the room across from where we just were in our multi-purpose room. Here you're going to find our volunteer appreciation station. So we've got a couple of Keurigs here that you can come get a coffee. And we do ask that we take care of this brand new space, and so we are asking that if you do get a drink, there are lids provided. Put a lid on that and that'll be good. We are asking that teachers only may have drinks other than water. Kids are great to have water bottles, that's perfect, but anything other than water is reserved for just teachers, and do make sure it has a lid on it, please. But yes, please come enjoy this. This is for you, for just a small token of appreciation for all that you do for our kids. And you may have some items that are found along this wall as well. Several things that you might find along this wall would be things like baggies, aluminum foil, kitchen sort of related supplies will be found over here on this side of the workroom. Whereas all of the office supplies and art supplies and things like that are back over on the other wall. So hopefully this has been a helpful little virtual tour to help you know what to expect your first Sunday back. And again, if you have any questions, please just let me know. I'm happy to help, and I'm very excited that we are going to be able to have our kids up here with us learning about God. Thank you.